We do have our guest analyst at Wisdom Enang. He is a senior energy consultant and analyst. Hi, Wisdom. Good to have you join us this morning. Can you hear us? All right.
Hello?
Hi, Wisdom. Can you hear us very clearly?
Yeah, it's fancy, very fancy, but I can try.
Okay, please, let's try. Yeah, so what do you make of the second address President Tinubu made to the nation, and mind you, via social media? Have you seen it?
The presidential address?
Yes, the second address he made to the nation via social media. What do you make of it?
Okay, no, I haven't seen the second address. I saw the first one, but the first one really did not address the concerns directly. It did not tell us exactly what is going to be done to address that. It more told us the achievements of the administration, most of which were not connected to the realities of the day. So I don't think the first one I read met the demands of the agitators, but I haven't seen the second one.
All right. He gave another address was released yesterday on social media. But let's touch on something. There's a story that has been trending on all the papers. Despite subsidy removal, Nigeria spends $600 million monthly on fuel imports. This is a very disturbing headline. Would like to get your thoughts on it. $600 million every month. Let's get your opinion on this.
I think, when we talk about fuel imports, there's still a very high amount of money spent. And, yes, it has reduced from what it used to be. I think it used to be in the billions. But as long as we didn't have a refineries operational, we have no other, whether we're importing at exactly the rates that doesn't need to have that much subsidy in it. I think we still spend a significant amount. The only problem that I have is that no one seems to be able to find a range of consumption that is in tandem with what we would expect. Because, before the subsidy removal, we're seeing a very huge amount of consumption, and now we're seeing a certain range of consumption, and there's really no handle on what that consumption is. So people still fear that if you do not know exactly what you're consuming, there's no way you can give us an accurate data of our expenditure on fuel importation. So, there's still this apprehension whether those figures are entirely correct, because they're still very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we don't know how much we consume per day. It's really unfortunate. But let's take a look at another story on the front page of the Vanguard. It says UK assures Nigerians of safety amid riots. You are in the UK right now, and you are a Nigerian. Do you feel safe?
Feel safe as a Nigerian?
In the UK. You're in the UK presently, right?
No. I'm in Nigeria, but I was in the UK, yeah.
Okay, so what's the situation over there? You just came back from the UK.
Yeah, the UK isn't bad. Generally, it's okay. I don't get where I was. I don't know about other places, but it's not bad. I think the entire world, including the US, is also grappling with some economic problems. I think the US is fearing a recession at the moment. But the difference is the economic managers tend to know what they're doing a lot better. They're very used to the free market system. They know how to steward the economy, with more of a deterministic approach, rather than having a very stochastic or non-control over the situation. So, from a economic standpoint, I think those guys, they're going through their own times, but they're going through with more clarity and certainty.
Okay. We sincerely hope and desire that everyone out there would stay safe. But like you said, okay, at the moment you're back into Nigeria, how would you rate today is day 8 of the protest. How would you rate it, and would you say that we're still on course? Because it looks as though momentum has been lost for this protest, but how would you rate it, day 8, with other states that are having cases of looting, violence? Let's get your perspective on this.
Hello?
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's really extremely tense. Come again.
All right, I said now that you're back into Nigeria, today is day 8 of the protest. How would you rate it so far? Would you say the protest has lost its momentum, or we are still on track for this cause?
I think when I'm rating the protest, I'm rating the protest based on impact. I think it's, as the person who said, we've heard you loud and clear. So it's communicated the desired message. In terms of coordination, I would like to say that I didn't think it went as planned, because a number of the civil societies did back out. A number of the sponsors did say they regretted the, going on it because of how certain aspects of it were hijacked. But, Nigeria is a very homogeneous society, a very heterogeneous society where different people have different objectives for indulging in different actions. So we expected that to happen. Some people would hijack it for their own selfish gains. But on the overall, I think right now, I think it's beginning to weather down as we get to the 8 and all of that. But we think it has communicated the important things that needed to be communicated. But I keep thinking, the way of dialogue, and I'm asking myself, are the protesters organized enough to set up perhaps an interface committee between the protesters and the government, if that is required? Do we really have the required leadership in the protest to be able to do that? Because that's essentially what we want. If we then have the government say, okay, let's set up a team, let's have a conversation, what are we going to do, and what are the timelines, who are we going to get into places to steward things for us? I don't know if they're that organized. I think that's where it sort of begins to have a crack for me.
Okay. That's a safe place to land, right? Thank you so much, Wisdom Enang, Senior Energy Consultant and Analyst. We appreciate your insight on these matters. Thank you.